Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. It's time for more Europa Universalis 4. I'm your lovely host, Calvin, and today we're doing Carthage. So, things have changed because it's been about 100 years. A lot of things have changed, in fact. And over the last 100 years, pretty much nothing's happened. That's the problem. Pretty much nothing. I mean, we've enjoyed 100 years of peace. Very little war going on. The world itself, other than I think like Kalinga and Barat conquering out a little bit, has been pretty peaceful, if you can believe it. There's been constant wars here, trading provinces all over the place, but other than that, it's been pretty peaceful. And so, since we're going to return to it now, I've wrote a nice script, Wrath of the Old Gods, that I'm going to start by reading off today. At the start of the 8th century, the world changed dramatically. The early spread of Christianity was over. The decentralized structure of the Arian Church collapsed, each local priest calling the others heretics. This made room for the now migrating pagans from the north. The Tangri, banished to Siberia, came back down south with force. The divided Christians could not stand and were brought to slaughter. The Slavs would migrate south from Russia to the Black Sea and the Baltics. Finally, the fury of the Norsemen would be known as they crossed the Scans into the United Scandinavian provinces in numbers not seen. The cooling of the world was having an adverse effect on everyone. The Empire of Carthage had enjoyed nearly 100 years of peace. However, things were not as great as they seemed. Powerful nobles continued to vie for supremacy. This had led to countless heirs to the throne dead. Now the current regent seeks to take power for himself and try and restore stability to the empire by ending the scheming and giving local regions representation. A new chapter in the world is beginning. So, let's click this button here. This puts me on the throne. I was the regent, sucker. Haha. And some other interesting things have changed. As we talked about before, the great pagan migration of the 700s is going on. So we've now seen the Slavs push their way down to Serbia. We also have Dacia and Odrysia, which, if you'll remember, actually was originally here and has now managed to migrate their way up here. Somehow. Let's see. They still are Thracian. They accept Sarmatian. What other cultures do they have? It would appear none. Well, I mean, I guess they seem to have some Ruthenian up here and the like. But it would be mostly Sarmatian. Yeah. So we've seen, strangely enough, Bulgaria has migrated to Ukraine for some reason. We saw it happen. They just sort of tendrilled their way up and eventually got kicked out of the Baltics. Either way, Dacias were born, and I cleaned up the borders a bit, as you might be able to tell. You know, Subi just sort of slaundering its little tentacles up here did not work out well for anyone as far as I'm concerned. So the borders in Germany are a little bit cleaner now. And, yeah. I think it's a nice little thing. And now we have to deal with a lovely parliament. So, we're going to start by handing out some seats. Alright. So, easy way to decide who gets seats. Let's start with this. Good. Seats in parliament, yo. They can have them. That's the way things are done. You fuckers outside want representation? Screw you. How many do I need? I have 11. I need 31. That might be a problem. It might be a slight problem. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, so that's all of my mainland Punic region given representation. And you know, I mean, anywhere else works too, right? Anywhere that isn't, you know, not Punic anyway. let's give stuff to the islands. How many more do we need? Damn, we're gonna need a lot of representation, it would appear. Alright, so a nice little coup d'etat. I mean, I guess I'm going to have to give a little bit of representation out here. The Berbers have been good to us anyway, so I suppose that's worthy of 6 parliament seats to the Numidians. That's 29. I need to give them 2 more. Huh. And there we go. 31 parliament seats. Not bad. Not bad at all. And so the world will tick on as we come into a new interesting era where Christianity's spread has come to a halt and where the pagans right now are in a strong position. And it won't be long now before the fury of the Norsemen come, so we'll have to be getting ready for that. Let's start with a debate in Parliament. Advisor costs, technology costs, not really going to help, is it? I mean, merchants 1. I think we just appropriate land for the state. Strict imperial courts. Probably. I didn't even realize that was a thing. And of course we'll give out bribes, army commissions. Oh jeez. How much restriction of imperial courts am I gonna have to do for this? Send a delegate to the Holy See? Maybe. I mean, we don't have all that much 70. I can't go below 50. Take sides in Parliament? Sure, why not? Oh yeah, grant a Navy commission, sure. Army commissions. Sure, local autonomy. Man, this is easy. I haven't even had to give up anything I care about yet. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, we have 91% to win, and I haven't given up shit, so. Speaking of reason we can't go below 50 Imperial authority, I've actually added in a couple of Imperial reforms to start us off. And the first one's a nice basic one. The origin, which is to reform the bureaucracy, I should say. The original purpose of the Empire was to assist faraway provinces in developing their infrastructure. This has been successful to a degree, however, creating a reserve of the best reformers and architects in the Imperial capital that any can draw on would go a long way. An expensive program to be sure, but it'll be well worth it. It'll cost us some money, unfortunately, every so often, but it'll work out. And let's see what happens. Did it pass? I assume it's passed. Yeah, I guess there was enough electors going for it. Works out well enough. Yeah, definitely not promoting any meritocracies, though. I really do enjoy my, thingies. My, mercantilism. Works well for us. So, on the plus side, all these, development reductions now will be nice. Minus 30% from there, and I believe Parliament seat grants something, doesn't it? No, but hey, extra tax, 10% from here. That ain't bad. That's pretty nice. Seat in Parliament plus 10%. Alright. And we see things are good for the time being. And now we need to slowly start building Imperial authority towards being able to enact an Imperial ban. Cities demands their seat in Parliament. Oh jeez. Guess we're gonna have to grant seat requests, aren't we? There's no way around it. Because I think once they grow so big, that will happen. Is there a way to see what we just granted in Parliament? I don't even know. I honestly don't. Do I need to develop that? I mean, yeah, sure. I'm not saving up for any cores right now. We don't really have all that much conquest we can do right now. So, hey, you know what? Why not tech? Tech is good. Everybody likes technology. Ah, yes. And we have Western Lancers now. Excellent. And we see continued fighting, as very powerful princes are starting to gather their strength. Interesting. Very interesting. Interesting. Bahrain, they gave a seat to. Yeah, well, we might be able to find it. If I search Bahriana. Yeah, we're probably going to have to give random seats out like that every so often, unless I start separating them out of the Empire. We're going to have massive major cities like that. Bribe tax teat here. Yeah. So they're just going to oppose no matter what this issue, which sucks. Can you show the religion map? Sure. This is currently what it looks like. We still have the Druids on the Isle, the Orthodox in France. The Arian Church has sort of fallen back to its German region. Bit of Orthodox over here. The Great Slavic migrations, and it would appear that the Gepids are fighting off rebels. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, they lasted a while, didn't they? Not. Oh dear. Looks like the Gepid collapse was fast. And Palmyra now appears that they want to annex Cappadocia. Okay. There's a lot of rebels, unfortunately. Gonna be hard to deal with that. Anyway, continuing on, out in the steppes, most of it's just been sort of restored to Tengri, and the Aryan Confucian wars going on over here. Yeah, rip Gepids. I mean, a German-occupied Greece was never going to last, let's face it. That just doesn't happen. But now we have, weirdly, Odrysia back in Bulgaria again, which is always interesting to see. Oh well, I'm sure things will happen. And somehow Serbia and Dacia are fighting. I mean, they'd be friends considering they're Slavics and neighboring each other surrounded by Christians. You'd think that would make them friends, but apparently not. Apparently, the Balkans are just as unstable as they always are. There's some things in history that just never change. Some things in history that never change. Alright. So, where we left off looking down here. So, how's this going? I assume Baedeca's doomed then, yeah? It's gotta be. I mean, we looked around here and we can see that we're down to 48 princes. Do I need anything else? 2 heretic princes. Yeah. 7 free cities, yep. We have all the electors, we have all the free cities we need. Yeah. Interestingly, I'm losing out 3 votes somehow. We might actually have to start influencing electors. Perhaps just a little bit. There we are. Bestow Imperial Grace. Wait for Diplomat. Bestow some Imperial Grace. There we are. Veronica. Well, they are starting to get pretty powerful up there. We'll see. We shall see. We've got now almost every vote. Perhaps we just need to improve relations with them. We can maintain everything. We'll need to be improving relations with you as well. There. Working on keeping everyone happy. There. So, what's the issue here? Relations, 130. Yeah. We're only 10 points behind now. Good. Yeah, it'll be easy. Same culture group, alliance, trust. Yeah. I'm making a play for the throne, but I will not allow it. And if we have another look here, -1. So, come the new year. Ding. They have a strategic interest in becoming emperor themselves. Is that so, Bibulus? That's acceptable. I mean, if everyone starts voting for themselves except for the Pope, that's fine. I mean, most of these guys are electors or republics. So, and the Pope can never be a republic. So even if everyone becomes a monarchy, we have a tiebreaker. And if I have to, I can influence the Pope. Forcefully. Forcefully, yes. So. Send delegation to Holy See. You know, I don't know, actually delegation to Holy See. If 100 papal influence turns into 1 mercantilism, versus supporting meritocracy, it's basically 0.10 mercantilism. Interesting thought. Interesting thought. We shall see. I mean, for the time being, at least, we're getting, getting everything we need here. Unfortunately, there are still 2 heretic princes, which no one's bothered to get rid of. Friuli, for one. And I guess they kind of just are going to be there. Nothing we can do about it. Nothing we can do about that. So yeah, Serbia and Dacia continue their fight. And even the pagans can't help but fight. Mari and Oguz. Where's Mari? Mari's up there, Oguz is there. Yeah, the Huns are starting to expand to, like, an actual credible threat. Slowly. It's taking them a while, but they're getting there. That's concerning. You have to watch them, and be careful. And, to cap today's episode off, one more commercial monopoly for me, Mr. Poperino. Alright. That gives us an astounding 75.5 mercantilism for 151% global or provincial trade power, sorry. That is not terrible at all. Like I said, the max for mercantilism is 200%, and I'm going for it. If I can get up that high, that's great. And I think it'll be well worth it. In the meantime, I believe we have more technology, including global settler increase, if only we were going to actually do something with that. But, you know, we don't have that. We don't get that. Right now, everything with admin and Diplotech's kind of useless until Tech 30, so it's not really a big deal. Tech 30, though, could be interesting, because then we get our next idea group, and I'll be happy about that. So many good ideas to choose from. We shall see, though. In the meantime, thank you everybody for watching. This has been your lovely, lovely host, Keelfin, signing off.